Hello to you all. This is Asido Shai from Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I have my two friends, Simon and Ethan. We're here right now at Turkey, Istanbul, flying to Somalia.
We're here today because it was about a month ago that my oldest and dearest Somali friend, Saeed Oshai, reached out to me and just said, this is what's happening in my country, and began to describe the crushing famine affecting the country of Somalia and South Sudan and that entire region. Both Saeed and I, recognize that the Quran calls us to love our neighbors, and that the Bible calls us to love our neighbors, and even the most basic self-interest suggests it's a really good idea to care for those around you. And the problem and the struggle is that when we hear about suffering around the world, on the other side of the world, it seems distant, and we can look at them as something other than our neighbors.
We're just excited to see what we can contribute and what we can do to help the Somali people, as well as documenting the famine and what's going on, so people really can catch a grasp of what is actually happening on the ground in Somalia and why it is so devastating.
I'm a UK citizen, and I have got my family and children there. There are some of them are the smallest is in the high school, and the rest are in the university. Some of them are working. I was working, and I left that because I came to know that my people needs the terrorist attack last year, 21st of August. The entire hospital has still really has still a shock. So the only way you can overcome someone who is out of mind is to respond positive. So that's a show we are making that. You destroy your mentality is destruction, and we build. So we did two missions to answer that threat. First, it was to make a temporary rehabilitation where possible, so that the healthcare service of the second will make a plan to have a new hospital. And we have, you can see from here, how the new hospital will be in the future. So in short, we are at that stage. We would love that the American people give us support to finish that very nice project. We can forward the bill of quantities, as well as the architect design. We need supplies, many. We are speaking with supplies.
We had the opportunity to go to Somalia to document the famine, and more than document the famine, we also had the opportunity to interact with and document just the incredible leaders in Somalia. In addition to documenting the need, which I have to say is profound and every bit as urgent as we feared. There are groups of people in camp, we call them IDP camps, or camps for internally displaced persons. These are people that are coming primarily from the countryside to not even dedicated camps, but they're coming together without resources, hoping that they can just get enough people together that they can get support, they can get relief, they can get the urgent aid that they need, just the most basic food and water they're suffering from, they don't have. The need is profound. The best problems are malnutrition and cholera. The worst problems are actual starvation and dying from dehydrations.
One of the things that our team is figuring out is, ways that we can take that food to bring it to the needy groups, the specifically groups that were in the camp who didn't have any food or anything.
We cannot underestimate how incredible, how inspiring, how courageous the leaders were that we met. Again, not just in Mogadishu, but in Galkayo, which is a regional capital, a regional hub, and all the way to Galdogob, which is on the Ethiopian border. At every corner, at every turn, we ran into and we met and we sat down and we dialogued with tremendous leaders that made tremendous sacrifices, personal, and otherwise to build something great, to build something beautiful in Somalia.
You know, it was an honor for me to go with Simon and Ethan to Somalia, knowing that Somalia is a very dangerous place, and what we hear and see from the media, you know, a country that they have never been. They travel with me, you know, allowing me to take that responsibility to go to Somalia. And we came back with a totally different perspective. Our job actually starts right now. And so I wanted to say that regardless of what we hear from the media, we are determined and we will go back and we will help our people, along with our non-Somali friends who actually we adopted them right now. Both Simon and Ethan are half Somali, no, full Somali. I'm just gonna say that. Thank you so much.